Hi there, welcome back. Having understood the rudiments of budgeting, now we will be using the YNAB software, an AI powered tool to prepare just a budget at a very basic level. So come with me. Now, once you download the YNAB software, you will create an account. And once you create an account, this is what the landing page looks like. Right, so of course I've done some budgets before now, that's why you can see the figures here. Right, this is what the landing is. You have budgets where you can type in your budget, and like you see, these are the categories of the budget: sales budget, construction budget. You have some that came with it, like giving, tithing, mortgage, phone. These are monthly bills. You also have like daily bills or daily expenses as well, restaurant, maybe feeding and all of that. And from what you see here, the column here speaks to the budgeted amount. So as you begin to type in your budget, the figure automatically populates, and of course that also trickles down to the balance. So when you have an income, right, there is a portion where you also put in your budgeted revenue, right? So you just take the difference. What you can see as the balance, the difference between the total budgeted revenue and the outflows, like the budgeted expenses. So it tells you what the balance looks like, right? This is the balance. You can see 50,000 here, you have 57,000 here. So this has been taken away from the revenue line or the expected income line under this line, right? And you can see it's prepared comparatively. What I'm showing now is November, December 2025, and of course January 2026. So the balance just auto populates into the next period. How does that work? The surplus or balance you have in a particular budget line, right, for a particular month will be the opening balance for the next month, so that you continue also expending from that particular line, right? You can create other expenses and all of that. Then you have the report section. So the report section like summarize the report for you in case you want to export the reports to speak to, what is the summary of your budget for the period under review. How do you do that? Now the time frame I selected here is 2025, right? You can decide to choose when you want to see, say 2025, January 2025 through to December 2025, right? If I click done, of course that is what I'm projecting. So it then shows me the total income from all sources, like a summarized view, right? But you have more in November, December, because most of the ones I've imputed are for November and December, right? This is the total income for November. There is no expense, budgeted expense for November, right? This is the total income for December as well, but budgeted expense is 53,000 naira. Then of course the average is, the addition of this divided by 2. It also shows you the average figure and what is the total income, what is the total expense, and this is the net income, meaning that this budget is saying that I am having a projected revenue of say $305,000, right? But the total expense I've also budgeted is $3,000. So at the end of this period, my net income, or what you call your budget surplus, because it's positive, is $302,000, right? Then of course you come to of course here too you can also play around this. The category you want to see, this is construction and sales budget. If you want to see what you have under tithing and some other line item, all you just need to do is to select them, right? If you select them, it will also populate them if you have figures there. So you can see when I select this now, it populates other expenses that I have also, or other entries that I've also made. You can see now that these are seen to 295,000 because there are also each of these the expenses are in different expense category, right? So of course you can also choose the all payee in terms of the number of people you have put, the name you have there that you expect to pay those budget lines. So I've imputed Jacob, man, and if I want to see only Jacob, I'll just deselect man. If I want to see only man, I will deselect Jacob. But if I don't want to see anything, I just do not select anything. Then of course the budget accounts. You also create budget account. I have created all these budget accounts you're seeing: construction fee income, loan income. If what I have now is showing everything. If I only want to see the loan income, all I need to do is to deselect all the budget account, then select say only loan income, Once I click done, this report will only show me loan income, right? It will only show me the budget for loan income. You can see I expect that the income I will receive from loan, let me assume I'm a platform that gives loan to people. I expect that the total income is $100,000. However, I will have to incur some everyday expenses. I'm expecting to incur those expenses. So by the time I take the difference, of course, the budget surplus in this case is also 93,100. Also, you may have a budget deficit also, although it's unlikely, but you may have it, meaning that your projected revenue is less than the expected expenditure. So that way it means that you would have overspent your budget. So it happens in practice. There are situations where you have to overspend your budget, you go back to the board for approval, and all those things, right? So that is what this speaks. And if you want to export, it's just to click print or export. If you want to print this, once you click print or export, it then asks you, it gives you a summary version. You come to save in Adobe file, that's PDF. Once you do that, it will download automatically. You want to download all or current page, all, then you choose the location you want to download it. And of course, if I choose desktop, of course, then I save it. This PDF already exists. I can say I want to replace it, yes, because I've downloaded it before. So having done that, then I can just also cancel this. Then of course, that is what this. Then how do I create this line? Because that is just, this software is very, very easy to use, right? That's just what makes the difference. How do I create? All I need to click is to click add. What am I adding? I want to add a budget line. Say I am a graphics designer, so I can add graphics design fees. How much? I expect that, my graphic design fees, say for this month or in a year, should be say $6,700. As at which day? Whatever date you put there is what we also determine where that budget will feature, the month it will feature. So I can say as at December 1, 2025, or I can decide to even use a different month. I can say as at June 1, 2025. So type will be checking, yes, you want it to include the budget account. You click create account. Once you do that, this account has been created, right? Then you can now begin to add your budget line. You see, this is an inflow. I expect that I will receive 6,700 in December as a budget. Then what are the expenses I also expect that I may incur? I might put that, I might need to pay for Adobe subscription, right? Then of course, what budget line did I want that to feature under? I can select one of the category or just add a new category, right? I can select one of the category or just add a new category. So in this case, I can just decide to just say maybe add a category. I can say sales budget or anything, and I can call this maybe Adobe expense. Then I can create the category. So having done that, then I come to memo. Of course, the name of the memo, but in this case it's not necessary, and you can put the name there or the memo number. Then the outflow, in this case, I can say, okay, this Adobe subscription I expect to pay incur 3,002 in this case. So I then click save. Once I click save, what happens? You can see the budget automatically populates. I have 6,007 as the income. I have 3,002 as the expense. What is my budget balance now? 3,005. So that is how, and you can keep adding and adding and adding. So that is how that works. Then of course, if you now want to export the report, I've shown you, you can come to the report category and you select the report you want to see, like I mentioned earlier on, and you have the report for that period. So you can download the YNAB and try to use it. It's very, very easy to use, like I've explained. Just follow this video step by step and you will be fine. So it's also important to mention that the YNAB software is also free, but there's a free trial for 30 days, after which you have to pay. I hope this has been helpful to you and you'll be able to create a budget from this. Thank you very much.